What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to recreate a Bauhaus poster. Now this video is for anybody who wants to learn Bauhaus design, and the best way to learn it is to just recreate some posters that you find online. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Let's jump into Illustrator. Alright, so I'm here in Illustrator and I found this poster right here on Pinterest. It's not the highest resolution, but that doesn't really matter that much. So what I'm going to do is just drag this on top of my canvas right here. What I've done is just kind of like an 18 by 24, like a standard size and everything. It doesn't have to be too precise. You can actually leave a little bit of space there. Not a big deal. So the very first thing I'm going to do is extract the colors out of here. So that right there, you can do it pretty quickly. It just gives you a good color palette to work with. And if you want later on, you can go back and change these colors. Not a big deal. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is set the opacity of the art to 50% and then hit Command 2 or Control 2 on my keyboard to lock it. And from this point with this poster, it really is just using basic shapes to recreate the art here. So I'm just going to select this right here. I'm going to hold down Shift while I'm creating this square. And now I'm going to hit A on my keyboard, which brings up my direct selection tool. And I'm going to go to this corner and click and drag and bring it all the way up to where it's totally circular there. And here's a really cool trick with the rotation tool. I'm going to select this quarter circle here, hit R on my keyboard, and on a Mac, I'm going to hold down Option, and I think on Windows, I believe it's Alt. And then I'm going to click on this anchor point right here, and we're going to rotate it to 90 degrees, and I'm going to hit Copy. So you can see here it's facing the wrong direction. All we have to do is select it, hold down our Shift, and rotate it like this. And we can go in and cut that other part out later. And then I'm actually going to continue by doing the same thing here, and hitting copy as well. All right, so from this point we have our basic shapes here. Now we just have to manipulate them a little bit. So this one is totally fine, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. I'm gonna select this one and we're gonna switch this to a stroke so we can actually see what's going on here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna duplicate this by holding down Option while I move it. I'm gonna rotate this around, and then I'm gonna bring it to about right here. Now I'm gonna select both of these, switch them back over to a fill, and go over to my Pathfinder, and I'm gonna click on Intersect. And that's gonna knock out everything that is around the edges there. All right, so now we'll do the same thing here, and we'll just kind of follow the same process. And this one right here is gonna be a little bit of a different approach, but all we're gonna do is take our pen tool and hold down our Shift key, and we're gonna come up to about right here, so it doesn't really matter what you do on this side. Now we're gonna switch those, and this time we're gonna click on minus front. And now what we'll do here is draw a black square, just to kind of fill in everything here. And just temporarily, I'll switch that over to a stroke so we can actually see what's going on. And I'm gonna fill in this little triangle section here with my pen tool. So we're gonna switch everything over to a fill. I'm gonna send everything to the back, and now I'm gonna create our beige background right here. So basically we're just kind of building our basic shapes, and then we can go in and color everything. And before I go in and start changing everything, I'm just gonna lay down some dummy text right here, and I'm gonna use the text that's already in there just for some reference. So as you can see here, the relationship of type sizes is a little bit different from what we talked about in our Swiss design posters. If you haven't seen that video, you can click right up there. All right, so now I'm gonna go to Object, Unlock All, and I'm not gonna delete this, I'm just gonna move this over. Okay, so now what we need to do is color all of these different elements right here, but as you can see, all that we're looking at right here is just a black box, kind of looks like a little chat bubble. So this is a really nice feature in Adobe Illustrator. Just hit Command or Control Y on your keyboard, and this brings up outlines. So this actually shows you everything that you've got on your page. And now this rectangle that's on top, I'm gonna go ahead and color drop this little beige color here. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of a cutoff going on the sides right there. Not a huge deal, but I am gonna fix it. All right, and then of course we'll have to adjust this right here. Not bad at all. And now what we'll do is just kind of fill in this area right here. Okay, so as you can see from our original poster, this section and this section are supposed to be black while the interior is supposed to be beige. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select all of our elements right here, and we're actually going to create some individual sections out of what's already here. So now that we have everything selected, we're gonna go over to Pathfinder and click on Divide. So that's gonna divide these all up into individual sections, and we can change the color for each of those sections. So now we can just hit our A tool and select these little individual sections right here, and now we can color these black. So now the hard part is over. All we have to do now is select each one of these elements and color them exactly how we want them. And now we'll create another beige background here, send that to the back, And now we'll just take everything, move this down to the lower right hand corner, and I'm going to select everything except for my text because we got to stretch a couple of things out here. All right, and now we're going to just kind of move this over here a little bit. I want to perfectly get things lined up here. I'm not using a grid this time. This is really just to show you how to recreate something quickly and just kind of get an idea of how you're going to be putting together shapes and text for your Bauhaus design posters. So this whole thing right here kind of looks like an R to me. So I'm actually going to make this into a Rilo Kiley poster. I just decided that. And we'll use Exit In for Nashville. And I'll say that this is for the Under the Blacklight tour, so that would be 2007, 2008, and I'll make the date my birthday. And just like the original poster, we will sample this red right here. So here you go. Here's our direct copy design here. Obviously, we're not using the same font, but I really just wanted to get you in the mindset of recreating shapes and putting things together and really just kind of exercising those muscles when you're putting together your Bauhaus poster designs. Bauhaus designs can be made up of all kinds of different basic geometric shapes. So just get an idea of how these all relate to each other on existing posters, and then you can go create your own. All right, well, I hope I taught you something in Adobe Illustrator today. If you have anything that you'd like for me to cover, let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please hit like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications to be notified of all future content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.